So today's video is a special request from some subscribers, and this is my products that I have hit pan on, and I haven't got that many products that I've hit pan on, so I am making this a products I have hit pan on slash have a sizable dint in. This video was requested by my lovely subscriber Heather, as well as Kristen Sierra, my friend here on YouTube. And if anyone else has requested this video from me in the past, I thank you for giving me the idea. So if you want to see some lovely pan porn in this video, then keep on watching. If you are new around here, welcome to my channel. My name is Bettina and I am the Makeup Enthusiast. This is your go-to channel for all things Aussie beauty. Typically on this channel I do a lot of reviews revolving Australian made and Australian owned beauty, so if any of that interests you, make sure you click the subscribe button down below before we get started. So I have just a nice little pile here. Some of these products are in my project pan. If you want to see my project pan update, then make sure you are subscribed so you can get notifications when I do my updates. I actually have a little bit of a variety of products. The first one here I have is the Tarte Off the Cuff Amazonian Clay Cheek palette. This did also come with an ugly bracelet, but the color in the middle here is one that I have got quite a considerable dint. As you can see, the other blushes do have an imprint, but this one in the middle here I have pretty much worked away the whole imprint, which I am pretty proud of. I do use this blush quite a lot. It is quite a nice natural blush that kind of goes with everything, so that is why I quite often dip into this one. Next here I have the Australis AC On Tour Contouring and Highlighting palette. I wouldn't recommend anyone pick this one up. I don't think it's really the greatest palette. I think though nowadays you can customize this palette, which would make it a little bit better, but if you can't, I wouldn't recommend picking it up because these are like so pigmented but yet so hard to work with, so I wouldn't recommend anyone grabbing this. But I have quite a considerable dint in this color here, and I have a bit of a dint in this one. This one I find shows up on my skin a little bit too yellow, so that's why there's not as much of a dint in that one, but this one, it is all right for me to use to set my under eye, so that's why I have some dint in those ones. The three contour colors I have pretty much not even touched because they are really hard to work with. I find them really hard to blend out, and it just kind of ends up looking like a stripe on my face that I can't blend out, and it frustrates me like you wouldn't believe. Moving on to a pressed powder to mix things up a little bit. This is the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat Powder Foundation. I actually use this as a setting powder, so I did a review on this almost like a year ago. I will leave it linked up in the corner for you if you want to check it out, and that will be up in this corner, I believe. Give me a big thumbs up if I just got that right. I really like this powder actually. Like I said, prefer this as a setting powder. I have quite a considerable amount of pan on this. If you are looking for an affordable setting powder, if you have really oily skin like me and can help your foundation last like all day, this powder, you need to try this powder. This is such a good powder, so I would really recommend that. This one I think retails for $14 from Priceline full price, but NYX are always on sale at Priceline, so if you can get it on sale, pick it up and give it a try. A blush, this is the NYX blush in Angel, and I have a fairly decent dip in this. The blushes from NYX usually come like a texture, like a bumpy texture on the front there, so I have worn it all down and it's starting to get a bit of a dip. This again is another really nice natural glowy subtle glow, like kind of lit from within blush, so I really like this one for my fair skin, and I would recommend people checking this one out if they do have fair skin. I have two sample blushes here from Benefit. These are a little bit beat up from when I ripped them out of the little like sample packaging that I have, but I have managed to wear away both of the logos on this one. This one's Coralista and this one is Dandelion. I do really like both of these, but out of the both of them, I much prefer the Dandelion for my fair skin. This one sometimes can show up a little bit too orange, and I'm not really about that orange life, so this one I kind of find I have to go in with quite a light hand, but this one I find always looks really nice and natural and glowy, radiant, all that kind of stuff that I really like in a blush. I then also have here the Makeup Geek Beaches and Cream. This one has another bit of a sizable dip in it. This one is a good like all over setting your eyeshadow primer base, and it is also one that you can kind of dip a fluffy brush in and use to blend out edges and like kind of buff them and fade them away so you don't have a really harsh edge. So that's why I like this one, and I think I might have another one of these, or maybe it's Peach Smoothie that I have two of. I don't think I would repurchase that one from Makeup Geek purely because I have found a lot of other products that work for me that are easily to get my hands on. I do find Makeup Geek still do have quite expensive shipping to Australia, and I think when Makeup Geek hit the market they were quite an innovative brand, but since then a lot of brands have kind of surpassed them in my opinion, and they haven't really kept up on top of the trends and ahead of the trends like they used to when they first released their brand. Next here I have the e.l.f. Brow Kit. This is the one in medium. I've only really used one side of this wax side here, and as you can see it's got a tiny little bit up in the corner there. I can't use this powder. I find it shows up really orange on my eyebrows, and as you can see I do have quite dark hair, so orange eyebrows doesn't really go, but I do find the wax is pretty good. I don't know whether I would repurchase this. I feel like I'm kind of wasting the product and wasting my money because I only use half of it, so I probably wouldn't repurchase this again when I do finally use it up. I then have my Smashbox Full Exposure Travel Palette. This is one that I've been working on for quite a while, but I do have two pans in this one that have quite a lot of pan on. I think this one's almost getting to the point where I'm going to have to start repressing these two colors because it's getting a bit difficult to get my brushes in them and get a decent payoff when I put it on my eyes. This is like the only eyeshadow palette that I have ever hit pan on, so I'm quite proud of this. So my next product is the Nars Orgasm Laguna Duo. I only have pan on one side of this, but I feel like this is such an achievement getting pan on a bronzer. I don't normally use bronzer, but since starting my project pans I've tried to make more of an effort of using bronzers, so this is like the first bronzer that I've hit pan on, so I'm so proud of this. I do have a full size of the Laguna, but I just threw this in because I have a full size of both of these, so I didn't really see the point of having a full size of both and a mini, so I thought I would throw the mini in my project pan and try and use it up. And my lucky last product that I have hit pan on is the Too Faced Primed and Poreless. This is the pressed powder, and only quite a small amount of pan on this one, but because it's a pressed face powder I feel like I go through these pretty quickly, so I think this one will be one that will probably be used up pretty quickly if I use it for regular consistent daily base use, because I do have oily skin, so I have to set my foundation every single day. I'm too lazy to touch up though. If I did touch up I would probably go through a lot more powder than I do, but I'm too lazy for that. I'm not about that life. Ain't nobody got time for that. I do use quite a lot of powder in the mornings, so I will get through this pretty quickly. So that's my last product. Give me a big thumbs up if you liked this video. If you have any more ideas for videos that you would like to see from me, I have received a few requests over my last couple of videos and I have added them to the list. I'm really excited to do some videos that you guys are interested in, so I will be filming those requests in the next couple of weeks, so you will be seeing them coming up. For anyone that makes requests and I film them, I will give you a little shout out at the start of the video. Thank you Heather and Kristen and anyone else that I have missed mentioning for asking me to do this video. I really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed watching it and seeing my products that I've hit pan on. Don't forget to click the subscribe button down below if you're new around here. This is your go-to channel for all things Aussie beauty. New videos come out every Monday and Friday. That's it for this video everyone. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me today, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye everyone.